Hey everyone, and welcome to Darkson Gaming. My name is Chris, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can level up your skill links on each of your units. Now, this is something that is greatly going to improve each and every unit that is in the game, and just kind of talking about in general the best unit or best area or quest to be able to go into is actually going to be going into the quest. It's going to be this area that's right here. It's going to be the 23-8 fighting runs in the family. Now, the reason why this one is so good is because of the fact that you're able to turn around and actually get so many fights for the stamina. And you can run through and do 23 stamina. And the reason why you would want to do the 23 stamina is the most stamina or the more stamina that you use, you would actually turn around and you have a better opportunity to have your link levels increase. So if you actually turn around and hit the boost, now I'm getting 46, I even have a better opportunity. There's been some questions in the community of whether or not this will actually help, but it does. Because of the fact that you're increasing the stamina of the level, that's the reason why it works. Also, there's been some questions about whether or not B-Pan is the best area to go into. B-Pan is the best area to go into in order to increase level links, but in my experience, I personally like to be able to go through and say, okay, I'm going to run my lower level units just because that's going to give me a better opportunity for everybody to be able to get a link level versus, well, I only need one person to get a level 10 or maybe a couple people to get to a level 10, so I'm going to go in there and you may or may not get it. So that's personally the reason why I go into the B-Pan events and use my lower level units to be able to increase them. So in this particular one, we're actually going to jump in and we're going to run this so you guys kind of have an opportunity as we kind of talk about it. Now, one of the things that everybody always asks too is, well, what units should be the ones that you want to jump into in order to go through? Now here, obviously, you have the LR Gogeta. That is going to be a great unit, a very strong unit, but if that is not your best unit, just leveling up somebody that you're not going to be using isn't going to be effective. So that's obviously the number one thing that you need to make a decision on. What is your best team or what is your favorite team? Take those units because you're going to enjoy the runs because it is a grind. It is a very long grind to be able to get everything to level 10 link system, but that is going to really make it much easier for you to be able to go through and do it. Now, this particular team that I'm taking is actually very similar to my world tournament team, and that's the reason why I have these guys that are set up. The only difference would be adding in Chaozu and Jocko in order to turn around and be able to stun the enemies, but this is essentially a team that I like to run for my world tournament. The other reason why I'm doing this is because of, well, what links are going to be the best links to be able to turn around and say, hey, this is what I want to go through and do. Now, real quick before I talk about that, I want to show you, look at all these Cybermen that I'm going to be able to go through. It's not the amount or the strength of the enemy that you're fighting, but the quantity of fights that you're going to be going into. So we're just going to kind of go through and hope that we can land on some of these enemies here. We're going to try to go through the front path. This is going to be maybe a little rough. We'll go ahead and run on that area. Oh, I'm actually going to try to skip that second one because I want to make sure I'm fighting some guys. So we're going to jump here. But now when you're going through and trying to decide, well, what is going to actually be the best system? And I actually kind of, that's where going to be one of the things you're going to want to try to decide, well, what's going to be the best units or the best links to be able to go through. Now on this one here, I actually have the Frieza that'll go through here, and the reason why I like using him is because he's an attack all unit. I should have had him in my first slot, so that's okay. We'll just go ahead and attack all and be able to get everything taken care of from this point. But you don't have to have a super attack, and you actually don't want super attacks when you're going through because these guys are weak enough. One hit, they're done. It shouldn't make a big deal after that. Also, you want to have somebody that has an attack all unit, so it's really nice if you take a Broly, Dragon Ball Super Broly, in because he's going to be able to super. You can have him wipe out the level, and it's going to be much easier to be able to go through and do that. So here we are. We're going to run into this group going on and hitting that up. But part of the reason I want to show you guys on my this guy right here, he's the second form Frieza. He's a free to play. he is really, really good, let alone the fact that he's got Big Bad Bosses, which right now is at a level 7 and is the best Link in the game. He's going to hit very, very hard, and he's free to play. He's just going to be devastating, so we're just going to kind of go through, hit all these up, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. So right away swinging, he's going to be hitting at 2.2 million. So in World Tournament, he's going to be very good, and that's before Big Bad Bosses goes into effect. And Big Bad Bosses, the reason why it's the best Link is that once you get that to level 10, it's going to actually be the best Link because it's going to be attack and defense plus 25%. So it's obviously a very, very strong Link and something that you're going to want to be able to get. Some other really good Links that you can go through and look at are going to be anything that's going to give you a key plus whatever and then additional attack and defense plus 10%. The majority of the Links will actually only turn around and give you about a 5% boost, which is still a 5% boost. It's pretty good. However, the Links themselves are able to turn around, and some of them are really good. As an example, Hercule, who's getting ready to have an easy A, presumably we're guessing that he's going to be getting an easy A, but he has money, which goes from just a key plus 1 to a key plus 1 plus a defense of 120%, or excuse me, plus defense of 20%. Key plus 1, defense plus 20% once it hits level 10. So that could be very good in certain situations, especially if that Easy A Hercule ends up being a very good Hercule. So some really good opportunities. Android Assault, another very common Link because Androids is such a big category, goes from just defense plus 10. At level 10 is key plus 2 defense plus 20%. So again, a lot of those, you're going to want to find out what they are. My recommendation is to jump into the Dokkan Wiki page and be able to find out where you're getting the best opportunity to be able to get some of those units. So we're just going to kind of continue on here. Hopefully, I should have went with a 4, but we'll be able to hit the launch here, and then in addition, we're going to be able to get some gems, which is obviously always really nice. Just to kind of run through a handful of other Links that I think are really good. Free-to-play players, Team Bardock. Team Bardock is great. The Team Bardock Link is actually at level 10, is now key plus 2 and attack and defense plus 10%, and just a boost to them. Ultimate Life Forms goes from just key plus 2 to key plus 2, attack and defense plus 10%, and recover 3 HP. Very, very good. Infinite Regeneration, key plus 2, recover 3%, and defense plus 10. Another great Link. Fusion, you're going from just key plus 2 to attack and defense plus 10% in addition. So again, some really great opportunities that you're going to be able to do to hit that up. But that's really everything. The other thing that's really nice is that when you're trying to decide, okay, what am I going to do? I don't know who to turn around and actually have go into level up or anything else. You got to remember, you're going to probably be leveling up some of your non-normal teams because you're going to be going into your daily events such as the Hercule event to turn around and get some Zenny, and then also the opportunity to get some of the different Peppy Gal's team to be able to go into Master Roshi to get the Platinum Turtle Shells. That's going to be a really good event to go into, and those are going to be completely different teams that you're going to be doing on a daily basis, hopefully, that you're not using much stamina, that you're going to be able to get those Links. The last piece of advice that I would go ahead and give you as well is to make sure that you're going through and try to get as many people to a level 5 as possible. Once you get your favorite team to level 10, the next route I would suggest is to get to a 5, because 5 is still pretty good as far as the levels. They don't make these really huge jumps in power per level. However, once you hit level 10, that's going to be where sometimes you're going to be getting your additional key, or in the event of Big Bad Bosses, there's 0 restrictions. So that is where it's benefit. But even at 90% at level 5 on Big Bad Bosses, that's going to be very good. So the last thing I want to go through here and actually kind of show you guys is some of my teams that I am personally using. So again, this right here is just a last resorts or a trump card, final trump card team. This is one that I'm looking at leveling up. This right here is just a Big Bad Bosses Link. These are some of my really popular characters that I will play. Then my World Tournament Link, again, because of the fact that you're going to have those 2 attack all units, which is going to be nice. Universe 7, again, really nice team that I like using to be able to go through. Kamehameha, the thing that's really nice about this unit, or this team, is the fact that each one of these guys are leaders in their own right. So they're going to be able to help out whatever team I go through and build up from there. Personally, one of my other favorite teams to run is going to be this Goku Black team, Zamasu. So I really enjoy being able to run this team. They all have big bad bosses. They all link very, very well, and it's kind of a team that I can just kind of sit back and just play with. So I like doing that. Also, really like androids. Again, Cell got such a huge boost with this because of the big bad bosses, and then life form, the ultimate life form. He just got really, really good. So very great on that standpoint. And then this last set is what is going on in current events. I normally wouldn't run all these LRs, but with the events that are going on right now, I'm going to be trying to be farming for the new Hercule and the new Goku that we are presuming will get easy A's in part 2 of the download celebration. So these are going to be just units, like I said, that you're just going to do, or teams that you're going to be going through and using on a somewhat regular basis. So again, just opportunities to be able to get some of those guys to level 10s, level 5s at least. So some good opportunities to be able to kind of play around with and get some things set up from there. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you guys are going and hitting that red subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell. I know YouTube has been having some different issues lately, and you want to make sure that you're being notified whenever I'm uploading videos. And give me a thumbs up if you liked today's video, but hopefully this really helped you guys out a lot. And that's it. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you guys later.